Showtime. What's good, neighborhood? Uh-oh, no sound, no sound, no sound.
This is my passion. This is what I love to do. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job. From a good dream I wake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me, saying hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you late. I'll fuck y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I
Check 1 2. What it do? What up? 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 What up, though? Check. Can't hear the mic. There we go. All right. Can't hear me. Let me fix this audio. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. I did some moving around in here. All right.
This is my passion. This is what I love to do. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job. From a good dream I wake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me, saying hurry up, you late. Hurry up.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah. All right. Y'all hear me out there? Check. All right, y'all should be hearing me now. Cool. My bad. Had to get this audio popping. Make sure everything was copacetic. All right, now we should be good. Now let's start the show. Now we can start the damn show. Got some good topics to talk about. Some good boxing news. And you gon' love it. Somebody said, I can hear you clearly. You're good. Appreciate it. Jose Diaz. Appreciate it, man. All right, let's run this damn intro. We got to talk about it. Crawford. ETHERS the WBC. Ether. And I loved it. I loved every bit of it. So we're going to talk about that on this episode. And the irony, too, because Crawford's been saying this for years. People saying, he's doing this and doing that now. I think he wanted to fight. He's ungrateful. No, bro. He was talking about this before the Spence fight. Spence was talking about it before their fight. So this isn't new news to some of us. Andre Ward has been talking about it. Don't worry, we kept the files. I got them queued up. We're gonna break it down line for line. But not line for line. But you get what I'm saying. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna talk about that. Also, Teofimo Lopez got a big fight, man. Who?
What up?
Shout out to Teo and Shakur. They about to get it in, man.
What up, gangsta?
And I love it. I love that fight for both of those guys. And I think it's going to stamp somebody's Hall of Fame ticket. I think if T.O. goes in there and beats Shakur Stevenson, even though it's a defense of his title, that's a good name because I think Shakur is a 3-division champion, former unified. He might have already – I think he's already going to the Hall of Fame. But if he beats T.O., he'll be a 4-division champion. And he'll be the lineal champion. You get what I'm saying? So that'll be major for Shakur Stevenson as well. So – it's no loser in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people are saying, Martinez, that shit gonna be boring. But I'm a fan of the pugilistic style and the scientific breakdown of the boxing. So I'm gonna love it regardless. I'm gonna love regardless. Jose said he got Shakur. I got Shakur too. And we'll talk about keys to victory, what he needs to do to win, and what Teofimo should do to win. Also, we got to talk about it. Janibek popped dirty. Damn. Another one bites the dust, man.
What the hell is going on?
Janibek, how you do that? Janibek, please tell me that shit fell out your pocket, man. So we're going to talk about that. Also, Matias popped dirty, but then they said he didn't pop dirty, and we got to put a case on that. We got to put a case on it. I want to know how you get found not guilty, but you on probation, because I ain't never seen that in court. Not guilty. Thank you. Wait, but you're on probation. Huh? Not guilty mean I'm free to go. I ain't do nothing. So he said, Laura, that's my Cuban brother right there. Shout out to all the Cubanos. So we're going to talk about that. Yeah, because they tried to play Laura too, man. And because the first report came out was, well, is the fight still going to go on? I'm like, it better not still go on. What's the point of the drug test if you pop dirty and the fight still go on? Which is what's about to happen with Matias. So we're going to talk about that on this episode as well. So give me 5 minutes or less. Matter of fact, you might not need the whole 5 minutes, but let me go get me a bottle of water. And we're going to start the damn show. Let's get it. And enjoy this video reel of a collection of a lot of videos I shot and edited for myself and other people. And we'll start the show. 5 minutes. Let's go.
This is my passion. This is what I love to do. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job. From a good dream I wake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me saying, hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you lay off. Y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Been trying to play it cool, but it's hard to play it off. I've been hanging on to this bullshit, cause my car still ain't paid off. I know I'm on my way up. My boy just got laid off, so y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. These hoes here so ratchet. These niggas here so sneaky. Y'all don't even really pay enough for y'all to only pay bi-weekly. I'm trying to double up my cash. Take this job, shove it up your ass. Yo, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. We're the reason why your stockholders always stay afloat. Yet I'm asking, are they hiring? Like everywhere I go, schedule will say 9, but I think it's fine if I clock in at 9:04. I work 40 hours a week plus overtime just to be bro. So y'all, man, I hate this job. Hate that I applied. So much has transpired since the day that I was high. Told me I could advance, but you were telling me lies. Gotta give your notice before I quit, but you don't say shit right before I'm fired. Damn, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. You and your procedures, you and your protocol, you and your policies, none of that shit don't apply to me. You and your quotas, you and your standards, you and your 2 sick days a year. Y'all niggas bananas. Wonder why the postman's posted with hammers, going postal with Popo on camera. His wage got him enraged, stressed out, it's hard to maintain. He flips the middle.
revs his. He said if you don't get the picture, I quit, you ain't shit, mother. Man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Look, man, I hate this job.
I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. I'm out here trying to take care of my family.
Damn, I hate this job.
It's not always glamorous, for real, but I do what I gotta do for me and mine, you know?
Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job.
Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you, nigga. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and or the host. They do not explicitly nor necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by the channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during the program. Basically, if I didn't say it, don't come for me. You come for the person who said it. And please don't sue me for somebody else's words. With that said, let's start the show, motherfucker.
This that squad. This that squad
Yeah, man. What's good, neighborhood? Let me share this real quick. What's popping? What's happening? What's going on?
What up, gangsta?
Let's talk about it, man. We got some good topics on the docket, and you gon' love it. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna try to get this episode done in a reasonable amount of time because I still want to do that. I want to react to that Diddy doc, but I didn't know it was 4 parts. So I saw the first 2 parts, and I'll be doing this. I'll be watching the 3rd and 4th after I do this live stream. And I'll try to do a reaction to that later on this evening. Might do it on members only. Might be a members only episode. Who knows? All right, let's run it. Let's run it. So our guy, Terence Bud Crawford. Make some noise for the champ.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Terence Crawford doing all the heavy lifting out here. That boy Bud doing all the heavy lifting. And he's been saying the same thing for about 2 years. If you've really been paying attention, he, Andre Ward, Errol, Spence, a few others, been talking about this for about 2 years. Let's see. Let's go to the files. Sorry about that. So I believe it was like 2023 you started hearing Andre Ward, Terence Crawford, these guys were saying this stuff. Andre Ward was talking about it probably back in, what's the date on this video? 2022. So he was like, why we don't have a union? And he was challenging the sanctioning bodies, like giving to charity on the fees. Let's cut to the let's share the screen so you'll know what I mean when I say these things. And this is a Fight Hype video. Shout out to Fight Hype. Watch this.
This guy's a huge fan.
This guy's a huge fan. All right, so let's share this screen. Boom, boom, boom.
Like, I'm an amateur watching these guys. You know, I wrote Roy a letter.
Knowing them
Stories for everybody, but I hope that
knowing them is probably somewhere at the end of this 10-minute video.
Because how do they survive if we don't pay into that?
Okay, here we go.
Positions of people that should be in certain positions to fight for certain belts. Form when we talk about it.
Here we go.
Documents about these funds and different things.
Here we go.
Sanction fees, and I know
There we go.
I get.
Sanctioning fees. There we go.
Oh, there's no fallback plan. There's no contingency.
Okay, union.
When you make it here, like the days are like, and again, everybody's story is different. You know, if I looked up and I didn't have what I was supposed to have, I would have to go on. So, but I am saying, do what you got to do.
Hold on.
Fan, like I'm a real fan, and I see a Layla, I see a Aaron Wolf, and I'm like, man, that's Layla Ali. I don't really get excited about celebrities and what people have and stuff. Don't excite me, but people that I know walk the walk that I walk, I got respect for it, man.
So it's more about quality over quantity. Get the fights that matter in.
I mean, just
get out with your health and your money.
So yeah, because health and money. So yeah, he's gonna get into it after this.
What you gotta do for you, you know.
Yeah.
But I just feel like the days are like, and again, everybody's story is different. You know, if I looked up and I didn't have what I was supposed to have, I would have to go on. So, but I am saying, do what you gotta do. So when you're tired and you're ready to walk, you can walk. And you're gonna have people chirping and he should have did this, he should have did, because y'all not getting in there. But when you make it here, when you walk on these grounds, the debate is over. You can still debate. It's really no debate. It's over with.
And a lot of those legends that have been enshrined here, they probably some of them may have wanted to stop fighting, but had to keep going, right?
But that's the thing, though. You know, for most of us, this is what we know. There's no fallback plan. There's no contingency plan. So if the money's not right or whatever, you know, gotta do what we gotta do. But that's why, for me, man, I try to do my part to speak out about things like the sanction fees. And I know I get brushed to the side, but we're gonna keep talking about it.
There you go.
Because
he said we get brushed to the side, but we gonna keep talking about it. This was 3 years ago, man. This was 3 years ago. This was 3 years ago. He was talking about this. Actually, be longer than this. But go ahead.
I get brushed to the side, but we're gonna keep talking about it. Because that stuff doesn't make sense to me. And it's funny, I had somebody say, well, you posted these belts, but you were talking out about the sanction fees. I paid for them. Every single one of them. But if we're giving these sanctioning bodies houses, cars, and tuition, and we can't tell you, right? They tell us, you guys need to watch your money and be responsible. Well, part of being responsible is knowing where my money's going. They can't answer for us where the money's going. And I know Mauricio Suleiman sent me a message sending me all these documents about these funds and different things like that. I don't, number one, that's not tangible for me. I don't see where that's helping people, number one. Number two, if my money's gonna go to help somebody else, I should have a say on if I'm paying into that or not. But how is that helping me? Where's my pension plan?
Where's his pension plan? But also too, he's the champion. Are you giving back to the kids in his community in Oakland? Okay, example like Brian Norman Jr., WBO champ. He paid sanctioning fees for that. Did the WBO come to Atlanta to invest into that champions community and his people there? That would have been nice. You get what I'm saying? Do you go to Oakland? Wilder was the WBC champ. Did y'all go to Tuscaloosa and give out boxing gloves? Did y'all go to Tuscaloosa to feed the homeless? Like, because he's the champion of, he's your champion, but he's from here. I think that would be good. I wonder if they can audit these people. Maybe they can do an audit. You might should be able to do an audit, not just you sending me a document. I might want to audit that. But let's continue.
Medical.
But yeah, again, this is Andre Ward 2022 saying the same thing.
Where's my help? So this is what I tell the sanctioning bodies. And I've been wanting to do this, but this right now is the perfect place. Man, and this isn't like a challenge. I'm not like trying to argue with them, but I really want to gain some understanding. If they can educate me and say, hey, you didn't know about this, this is what, hey, I would love that. That'd put me at ease. Now, it's nothing personal with these guys. I've had a good relationship with these sanctioning bodies to a point. But let's have an open forum when we talk about it.
They don't want to because they don't.
Let's have an open forum when we talk about it. It can be individually. I can take them one at a time. BC, BA, IBF, DO.
I don't want them all.
When is the money?
At some point,
where's the money
all.
go? Who came up with 3%? Why is it not optional to pay for this? Why is boxing one of the only sports, if not the only sport, where you got to pay to compete for a championship? Why don't we have any say in this? Who's watching you guys with the rankings to make sure that the people you put in certain positions are people that should be in certain positions to fight for certain belts?
Also, too, and once a guy is mandatory, what's the word of having? The word mandatory means it must be done. So when you saying you got a mandatory, but the fight don't happen, what do you really have a mandatory? We should call them high options. It's a very high option for you. First option. But we see guys just pop up out the blue like, how does Ron Garcia get 3 chances for a title that fast, back to back? Had a no contest, then he lost to Rolly, and now he gets another title shot. I mean, 3 title shots in a row. How? At a division he never fought at. Or the division. Come on, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, but let's go.
Let's talk about it.
Well, it seems like sometimes they do what the promoters want them to do. You know, they'll call one fight. They'll say this is a mandatory now, and then it's like they did a phone call, and never mind, it's not the mandatory.
So we know what we know, but I don't want to. I want to give them an opportunity to speak for themselves. And let's give some clarity to the fans. Let's give some clarity.
Let's give some clarity and credibility to the sport. Not just clarity for the fan. Bring back the credibility to the sport. Because when you see certain things, you know how when you were growing up, your mama be like, this is why we can't have nice things. You feel me? Boxing is the same way. It's like, this is why people don't like boxing, bro. This is why people don't like boxing. Let's continue, because don't worry, we kept the fouls. We got the fouls. Let's go.
To the media, let's give some clarity to the fighters that are paying into this. Because how do they survive if we don't pay into that? That's how my brain works. Maybe I'm a little bit too radical with it, but my thing is, if we don't pay, how do y'all eat? So we can't say that, oh, we want our fighters to be better off when they retire when there's 7 hands in the pot. So when I get my check, sanction fee, this, that.
Yeah, manager, agent. Well, of course you got the taxes, you got the promoter, you got your manager, the cut man, the trainer, the sanctioning fee. That's 6 right there. Oh, and the second assistant. So you got the promoter, the manager, the 3 people in your corner. You get what I'm saying? That's 5. Uncle Sam, and then a sanctioning fee. So even if you ain't fighting for the title, you still got them 6 hands in your pocket. Come on. Oh, you got a publicist? 8. Agent too? Agent for what? You better tell your manager to do that shit. Oh, it's a lot, man. Social media manager? 9. Come on, bro. Oh, don't forget the lawyer, number 10. You got to pay the lawyer. And then you get your check. When you really think about it, bro, it's okay. You can deal without the publicist and you can deal without the agent. That's still 8 hands once you count the lawyer. 8 hands in the pocket, bro. 8 hands. Ward ain't tripping. What up, Pac-Man?
And then you're bound contractually, right? Like, if it was up to me and I didn't have a contract with Kovalev to give him a shot at the belts the second time, I'd have dropped all those belts. I don't need them. So they get you in the beginning, right? You want to be a champion. I want to be.
Yeah, that's the hustle too. Be like, and you gotta fight the rematch. If not, we're gonna sue you. Like, damn, I gotta fight him again. Yeah.
You want to touch that belt, but then you get it and it's like, man, that belt ain't even real. Like
it ain't even real, bro. It's not even real gold.
Touch that belt,
and they want you to pay $300,000 for a piece of leather and fake gold
but then
that you earned.
Get it and it's like, man, that belt ain't even real. Like it means something.
So what do you think all this undisputed that's been like?
I mean,
talking about
I love
right
it
now.
to a point. Like, the dudes that are taking a risk to do it, I understand it. I'm like, man, do that. That's legacy stuff. But then my business hat comes on right away, and I'm like, man, you're paying for a sanction amount.
Over 10%.
So that's why.
Again, this is Andre Ward talking about this stuff back in 2022. 2022. I'm gonna play this last segment and then I'm gonna go to the next clip.
Always kind of been, I don't even know how to describe myself and like what I've been to the sport, but like I get into good trouble, man, in boxing because I don't have a problem, like, and I can do it with a smile on my face, challenging the status quo, challenging stereotypes, and challenging things that have been in boxing and nobody can really tell me why they're in boxing. Why does a manager get 33 in the third in boxing?
Why?
Off the gross.
Off the gross. Off the gross. So before Uncle Sam gets his money, man, you gotta pay me what you earned. Nigga, you know I ain't walking away with that much. Yeah, but you gross that much. Huh? Who came up with that? 33 and a third.
Why they're in boxing? Why does a manager get 33 in the third in boxing?
The promoter might get 30.
Off the gross.
Should be negotiable.
Why is 25% the norm? Why is 20% the norm? Why is 10% the norm? Why are we paying 3% of sanction fees? Who came up with that? Why does a promoter get 25% at times depending on the situation? Why does a fighter, if they lose a fight, all the minimums that they worked hard to negotiate, we can renegotiate those, or we can let you go. But if you do something, I can't walk away from my contract. So
yeah, I can't leave whenever I want, but you can leave. You can leave me anytime. What kind of relationship is that? And you call us family, and you be like, yeah, he's part of. Welcome to the Queensberry family. Welcome to the Top Rank family. Welcome to the fill in the blank promotions, Matchroom Promotions family. You get what I'm saying? Makes you think. Jose said they do get 30%. That's crazy. He said, what is that before taxes? No, they're getting what you earn before taxes. So you pay them. You still got to pay taxes, but you get 30% of what I gross, not what I bring home. You get what I'm saying? So if I made $1 million, right? Uncle Sam takes 40%, depending on what state you're in and how they do that, right? You still got to pay state and federal taxes. So you might not have to pay depending on what you're fighting, you might not have to pay state taxes. I pay the Fed though. And even with that, here you go. But even if you don't pay the taxes there, if you're a resident in another state, when you get back to Georgia, you got to pay the state tax there. That's earned income, baby. I need my cut. I need me shillings. They want me shillings, bro. But the manager, promoter, all these people, 9 times out of 10, in most situations, they're getting paid off your gross. Off your gross. But they're taking it a lot of times from your net. You get what I'm saying? They're getting their cut. Uncle Sam getting his first. So now everybody else is taking their cut of your net, but they're taking their percentage off the gross. So if you're gonna bring home 600,000 off of, man, I did a whole breakdown one time with Piro, how a fighter can fight for $1 million and walk away in debt. How is that even possible? How can you walk away in debt after we just saw you get on camera and fight for $1 million? Man, I ain't got $1 million. That's why you'll see them get in tax trouble a lot of times too, because Uncle Sam come for his money, but you already, you know what I'm saying? You don't did something with that 400,000. You had shit to do. You had, you know. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. But let's go to this. Another clip. This is Andre Ward again on Sports News. Let me cut to this.
A specific.
Let me share. I did a video about this a while ago too. I don't know where I did with it, but share this.
Built like measured, you know.
And this was 2 years ago. The other video was 3 years ago.
Like you can opt into this or you cannot opt in, but if you opt in, it's helping fighters who.
Here we go. Right, here we go.
Like we come to the love for it, you know? Fees and
okay, here we go. Sanctioning
fees.
fees.
I love that bill. No fees. No fees.
You talking about the Ring magazine? Here we go.
The love for it, you know? To pick randomly. Sometimes when I think about, just use my last 2 fights, the amount of sanction fees that I had to pay, it kind of takes away the love for it,
Take
you know?
away the love for it.
Now the Ring magazine belt, I love that belt. No fees. No fees.
And you're the top guy in the
you're the
division.
guy with that belt. Like I'm recognized as
numero uno in the division.
the guy.
The guy.
So I love the Ring magazine belt. It's got great history. But all these other belts, man, it's robbery. And I stand on that. Please, I would love to talk to any of these guys. And I was trying to put something together with Mauricio. We had sort of like an open dialogue and debate about what these things are about. Explain to me how you justify taking 3%. Like we come to, and fighters aren't supposed to talk about this stuff. We're just supposed to shut up and fight, you know? But those days are over. And nobody can explain to me who enacted these sanctioning bodies. Who came up with 3%? Why is it not 5? Why is it not 1? Why is it not 2? And is it going to increase at any point in time? And then that 3%, what are you doing with it? Now, Mauricio came with a list of things. Oh, we're helping fighters, this and that. Shouldn't I have some say in where my money goes?
Yeah. Are you helping fighters in like I said before, you should be, Andre Ward should be able to say, well, okay, y'all gave away boxing gloves in Mexico. Okay. I want y'all to give away something. I want y'all to do a turkey drive in my community. Or I want y'all to help the fighters that came from California. Or you get what I'm saying? I want to help the guys who was on the Olympic team with me. I don't know. And then if I don't pay it, you strip me. That's not charity.
Like you can opt into this or you cannot opt in, but if you opt in, it's helping fighters who get hurt in the ring, fighters who need benefits. Like I'm down to do that if I can opt in, and I probably would opt in sometime because I want to see fighters get help. But you're just trained to just do it. You're a champion. Yeah, but he's also a champion. He's also a champion. It's not right, man. But we just accept these things in boxing, man. And I'll never, certain things in this sport, I'll never accept. I'll never just go along to get along. You know, I'm not gonna, bang the table every time I got a camera in my face, but when it's appropriate, I'm gonna say something about it. And I hope to be a part of change one day. You know, to have governance over these people, to have pension plans, to have things.
Hey, caller, you caller.
Magazine belt, and that's it.
Hey, fam, you coming in hot, but nobody heard most of that stuff you said. What's your name? Where you from?
My name is Coach Izzo. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. You can hear me clear now?
There you go, Coach Izzo from Brooklyn, New York. You good? Go ahead.
All right. Now, my reason is Bud was right. Andre was right. Like, those sanctioning bodies is bullshit. Or it's just another hand in your pocket to rob the fighter. And the fighter's the one taking all the risks. You can die in the fucking ring, but you got your hand in my pocket for $300,000 or $180,000. Like, hey, what am I paying you for? You should be paying me for winning the belt and representing your belt. Like, what's the whole purpose of you having your hand in my pocket? That's why I like the Ring magazine, because that's the lineal champion. Like, whoever got that belt, you're recognized as the champion. All the other belts to me is bullshit. It's just another way to have their hand in your pocket. Point blank period. Like I hope that Terence, that the can of worms that he opened up right now, that Pandora box, I hope that it works out for the best, for the future, for the boxers. Because my son, I trained him, and he's a boxer. He's an amateur. So he's 13. By the time he gets up there to be professional, I don't want him to be having to go through all this dumb shit that I'm seeing them go through right now. You know what I mean? Like, I want things to be changed. I hope that Turkey Al Sheikh dude, he says he wants one belt. He don't want all that sanctioned body bullshit. He said there's too many champions. It's getting confusing. He wants to put it back where it's just one belt. That's it for every division. How you feel about that?
I like that part of it, but I don't like some of the stuff they talking about with the revision of the Ali Act. I do like the checks and balances that the Ali Act provides. I don't like them trying to get rid of those provisions. Where my manager is my trainer and my promoter, and he's charging me to charging me to work at his gym, but the contract said I got to work at the gym that he tell me, but he's charging me for the soda in there. And we do an audit, and the sodas are $20 a can. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. The nonsense.
You can't let people move carte blanche. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll be chasing the money.
Yeah, I feel you 100%. I feel that a lot of things need to be changed. Like you were saying with the Muhammad Ali Act, that definitely needs to be put in place. But I like the fact that what you were saying, why can't the boxer put his own money, like okay, you're such amount every time out. I feel like, okay, you see how like you work and they tax you? All right, so when they get their purse, why don't they just tax them a little bit of bullshit for it to go to where it needs to go? Instead of all these different sanctioned bodies just having their hand in your pocket for their own well-being. Them niggas just taking private jet flights, eating crazy 5-star meals, everything on the back of the boxer.
Hey, he can't have mustard. Hey, look, Mauricio can't have no mustard. He got to have Grey Poupon.
Shit, Mauricio beat a foot up his motherfucking ass. That racist bastard. Because that racist bastard, like he was on Canelo's dick from the jump. Like he was so mad and upset when Crawford beat his ass. He was so mad.
I was there.
He was so upset with Crawford.
I was there, but I didn't see that in real time because I was screaming like, yeah, motherfucker, I told you so.
Hell yeah. He was loving that shit just like I was loving it. But Crawford said that he looked at him with the crazy grimace face, with the grimy face, and smirked at him. And said didn't say congratulations, didn't say nothing to him. So that right there says it all.
Hey,
you know
look,
what I'm saying?
Because he had that $80,000 ring made. He had that really made for Canelo. He was like, I got to give it to this nigga, man.
Exactly.
I made this
exactly. And what I knew that it was straight full of shit, Mauricio dude is Benavidez was the mandatory for 2 years. And y'all dumped that nigga for 2 years while you ain't stripped Canelo for his belt. 2 years. But you
broke up.
I said that Benavidez was supposed to fight. He was the mandatory for Canelo for 2 years. For 2 years. And they never stripped Canelo. But you stripped Bud in 3 months of having the belt. In 3 months of having the belt, you already stripped Bud. Make it make sense.
It ain't even really. It ain't even been a full 3 months. It's been like 2 months and some change.
Exactly. Straight up, and you already stripped
you letting us know it's about the money. He letting you know.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But I really want to know the amount that the other sanctioning bodies took, because they said the other sanctioning bodies, they accepted what he offered. Maybe he offered $100,000 a piece. Maybe it was $2. Maybe it was $150. But he said they wanted $300,000 plus another $100,000. I'm like, if you wanted $300,000 plus another, I said they trying to make him pay for that $80,000 ring that he got. He was like, I didn't make that for you.
Straight up and
nigga.
down.
I didn't make that for you, nigga. I made that for Canelo. They did strip Canelo one time, and Canelo was like, he'll never fight for that belt again. And I think that was around the clenbuterol time. They stripped him, and then they Then they changed the levels or did some kind of stuff and he ended up being the champ again, and he forgave him. He said, I won't accept that belt. Mauricio was like, I can't beat the leader of a belt that's based in Mexico, and we got the top guy in Mexico, and the top guy in boxing is from Mexico right now. And he ain't rocking with my belt. He's not.
Exactly.
Yeah, so he bent the knee.
Yeah. It's definitely that race car shit going on. Definitely.
So my question for you is, should Mauricio Suleiman step down as president? Should fighters boycott the WBC until he steps down, or should they do we need to have a revolution right now where we ain't paying the 3? Remember how Martin said I ain't paying the 5? We need to be like, I ain't paying the 3, homie.
Exactly. I feel like exactly what you said is 100%. L to the years there. Because we need him to step down, but he's not going to step down. So that's why we need that revolution of boxers to all say, fuck you, I'm not paying you. What you going to do about it? Yeah. If everybody says I'm not paying, if everybody say we're not paying, what can they do? It's just like us. As American citizens, if we all said, fuck you, we're not paying taxes, what can they do? Everybody don't pay. The jig is up after that. You feel me? It's time to take that control back. Also, at the end of the day, boxing was built off the backs of slaves. So they've been robbing us and doing what they've been doing for a few hundred years with this shit. Exactly. So it's time for us to start taking this shit back. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the money that's being made in the generations that we're in now, it's about that time. It's about that time for people to start using that money to turn that money around to make it work for the fighter now.
Okay, before I let you go, man, because we got some other people keep trying to call in. Shakur versus Teofimo Lopez is going to be January 31st. Who you got?
That's a little tough one because I like both. I like both of them. I'm from Brooklyn, and Teofimo's from Brooklyn. But at the end of the day, I'm not biased. Whoever I feel is more nice is more nice. I feel like Shakur has more skills, and Teo's more explosive. But at the end of the day, I think the skills is going to prevail. The only way I think Teo would be able to really, really give it to him if Teo bum rushes him and never lets him settle to set up. You feel me? If he just keeps the pressure on him constantly. That's the only way I can see it happening. But I got Shakur on that all day.
Yeah. And Tio ain't no Zepeda type fighter. I don't think he has the mindset that fight, and that's not his style. I don't think he would do that.
Exactly.
He gonna be running to a buzzsaw
It's not his style.
Yeah. But
exactly. Like it's not Tio's style. I feel you. You're 100% correct.
Janibek and Matias both popped dirty. It looks like Matias is still gonna be allowed to fight. They say he had a contaminated substance, but he's on probation. So he's not guilty, but he's on probation. Like, what's that about? And Janibek popped dirty. They said they're gonna look into his stuff as well. But Matias popping dirty still get a fight. What's your take on that?
I feel like him popping dirty, he shouldn't get the fight. It's like, we're getting tired of all this dirty, popping dirty shit. And motherfuckers is like, now motherfuckers want to run that Canelo excuse. Oh, it's in the meat. Oh, so now the meat in Mexico is getting shipped to the USA? Motherfuckers is full of shit, man.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
You feel me? Motherfuckers is just cheating. That's all that shit is.
Okay.
That's all that shit is. The truth shall prevail in the end. That's how I see it.
Appreciate it. Tell people again.
You can only fake it, but so long.
For sure. Tell people your name again, where you from. I'm gonna try to take some more calls, bro.
All right, go ahead, boys. My name is Coach Izzo. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, Coney Island, to be exact.
All right, man. Don't be a stranger, man.
And,
make sure you subscribe and pull up for the next conversation.
Yes, sir. I got you, brother. I got you. Enjoy the rest of your day, fam.
You too, bro. Peace.
Peace.
All right, good call, man. Good call.
What up? What up, gangsta?
Good work. Good work. Let me play this next little part, and then I'm gonna go to this next clip. If you're trying to call in, the number's at the top of the screen. Never mind. 410, you got the flow. What's your name? Where you from?
Hey, what's up, Mark?
What up? Jerry, the Terra
How you doing, buddy? All right. Happy Thanksgiving, late Thanksgiving.
What's popping with you, man? Happy holidays to you and yours as well, sir.
Well, you know me. I don't just call up and agree. If I agree with shit, I'm going to type in the chat, I agree. I call up. When I call up, it's because I don't agree. And here, I don't agree. Bud Crawford knew going in that sanction fees are a part of the equation. They're part of the business of boxing. As long as I've been involved in boxing, watching, and stuff, they've always been. It's part of the agreement. If you don't want to pay him, if Bud Crawford wanted to make a stand against the WBC, you do that in the negotiations. You don't nod your head and go along, and then when it's time to pay the money, then renege him back out. That's not cool. Now, Canelo Alvarez, not long ago, was stripped of the IBF title. Why? Because he didn't want to fight the mandatory, meaning they couldn't collect their fee. He didn't want to fight it. They took the title from him. Josh Taylor never lost his titles in the ring as undisputed, but he didn't want to pay the sanction fees, and he wasn't getting tens of millions of dollars. He was getting pretty novice, reasonable purses. But once he seen what those sanctioning fees added up to, he didn't want to pay them. They took the belts from him. That's the business of boxing. You got a problem with that you want to make a valid stand on, you do it up front. But if Bud Crawford would have done it up front, they wouldn't have been able to have an undisputed fight. They wouldn't have been able to market it that way. He went along with it, and then when it's time to pay, he doesn't want to pay. And he's no different than Canelo or Josh Taylor. If you don't pay them sanctioning fees, they're going to take that title. That's just it. That's
I guess
all
I guess his argument is like, I negotiated with the other three sanctioning bodies. They all, like me, believe that's fair. Why not you accept that? Is it because I believe Terence Crawford had some inside information. It was almost like that movie Django. He was like, hold up, they in this together. They know each other. You get what I'm saying? Because Terence Crawford's won a lot of belts, and him and him and Canelo don't seem like enemies. Like, hey, look, this was business. We did good business together. You're a great fighter. I'm a great fighter. Let's go make history and make some money. Canelo could have told him, like, hey, look, I only paid the WBC $200,000, man. You can tell him that. He was like, negotiate with her.
Assuming that.
I'm assuming a lot. We all assuming. But what we do know is what he said, the facts in question is the other 3 sanctioning bodies agreed with what the amount that I paid. They thought it was fair. Why do you deserve more than they do? What do you say to that?
Okay, well, let me address that. Number one, when you hear about the WBC, I believe they're the longest reigning, and you hear a lot of fighters say, I want that green belt. I want that WBC belt that Ali's name was on. They value that title more than what the others do. Just like if you go to the grocery store and you buy Captain Crunch that was made by Kellogg's, you're going to pay more for that than you are Captain Crunch by a generic brand. They value it. The question is did Crawford know that? And it's his job to know that. It's his and his management's job to know what those fees are going to add up to. Yeah. And if you got a problem with it, take Crawford out of it. It could be any fighter. If you got a problem with it, you address that up front. You don't go along and then afterwards renege. That's not cool.
Don't say that to me.
Say what?
Nothing with nig in it. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah. And listen, bro, I get what Crawford's saying. What he's saying is nothing that other fighters haven't said before. But what they got to understand, and what most do understand, is that the sanctioning bodies that make the belts and organize the rankings, they're part of the payola. They just are. They have always been. And when you fight and want to have the titles, that's part and parcel. It's part of the business. It just is. If you got a problem with it, don't fight for those titles.
No, Jerry.
Don't fight for them and then say, no, I don't want to pay. I don't want to go along with what I signed on for. Doesn't matter if it's Bud Crawford or Josh Taylor or Canelo. It doesn't matter. So I can't back Bud on this one, man. And what I can tell you is the simple check and balance is if you don't pay those fees, they're going to take that title. That's the quickest way to get that title taken.
I think some of the issue was with the video that Mauricio put out about stripping him. Because that's what sparked Crawford. He was like, say sorry. Like, who the he was like, so Mauricio, that video Mauricio put out, I think sparked it. Did you hear or see the video?
I did.
Okay, and he was like, we told him this. He made $50 million or something close to that, around that. So we went asked for 3% of that. We just asked for 0.6%, which equals $300,000. And we thought that was fair. And then, but Terence said, "Hey, look, y'all wanted $300,000 plus another $100,000." But my thing is that you should say, like, just say sorry. Now that's all. But that's one thing. That's all people are pushing too. The rest of that sentence was, I'm sorry, I'm going a different route. But I don't want, but he said, but it was the no communication. That's why we had to strip him. All he heard was, could have told us, I'm sorry. But then I got to go back to what you said, Jared. I never heard nobody pushing this fight and saying, hey, look, oh man, the WBC's on the line. I got to make sure I buy this fight. Oh, I gotta go to this fight because the WBC.
No, but you hear the fighters.
Hold up, brother, let me finish. Look, I'll let you talk in the range. I'll let you talk in the range for a minute. Let me address a couple things you said.
Go ahead.
You was that Ali. You brought up Ali fighting for the WBC. Yes, he did. But also Ali fought for the WBA. The WBC is not the longest reigning belt neither. You get what I'm saying? So it's just.
Well, it's the most prestigious. Would you not agree to that?
No, says
do you not hear fighters?
No, the ring.
Do you not hear a lot of fighters clamor to fight for that WBC title? Of course they do, Mark. But
I've heard fighters just happy to be a champion. But also, it's not because of Ali. It's the one that you saw Mayweather holding about 8 of them one time in one of the photos. I think that meant something to the
Ray
fighters
Leonard,
too.
Mayweather.
Yeah, but they
the
had
most
all
prestigious title.
I mean, some would say the Ray
It
magazine.
doesn't.
But that's
Well,
to
okay,
each his
yeah,
own, to
and
each his own.
I would go along. I would go along with that. That the Ring magazine is the most prestigious, and Bud Crawford said that in that video, and I agree with him about that. But when it comes to the sanctioning bodies, the WBC is the most prestigious. Not because I say so, the fighters say so.
But that doesn't mean they get to charge more than the other three for an undisputed fight, because your belt is not the only one on the line, sir. It's 3-1. This is for and the Ring magazine. So if everybody else is
like
taking 200,000,
Kellogg cereal doesn't cost what store brand cereal costs. They value their belt more, and
I get where you're coming from, Jerry. Jerry, to bake a cake, you need all the ingredients, and the WBC is one of the ingredients.
Yeah, but you know that going in. You know that these
we don't know, Jerry. We don't know what they negotiated.
Well, but it's Crawford's job and his management to know.
But it's also
the
WBC's
agreement
job to put
without dotting those I's and crossing those T's. You got to know what they are. And I can't believe you're not going to convince me that Crawford didn't know what they were. His management had to have known. But after the fact, when now it's time to pay the money, you don't want to abide.
You're doing, like I keep saying, Jerry, we taking a lot of things into
so you're assuming that he didn't know what the sanctioning fees.
Let me finish. Damn, Jared, you're being too responsive now. Like I cut off to let you say that. Let me respond with more than one sentence, if you can.
I certainly can.
We both are making assumptions. You get what I'm saying? We don't know the amount. We don't know when Crawford knew the amount. When did he tell the offer? When did they not agree to the offer? Was it a communication? Maybe he said this and they was like, we don't know who didn't agree, who did renege. We don't know if it was in writing, if it wasn't in writing. We don't know we don't know how that went. Because how was he able to negotiate with the other people and they took it? So he did that in writing for them, and the WBC didn't sign it?
Precisely. He had that worked out prior to the fight.
How do we know that was?
He didn't know.
So why did Mauricio put on the whole fight and all of that stuff?
Because Crawford apparently agreed to the terms.
Okay.
If you're going to tell me he didn't know, I'm going to tell you that that's on him. How do you not know what he knew what the other ones were, and he negotiated them.
But by your logic, they should sue him.
Was.
Well, by your logic, they should sue him.
Well, probably could.
By your logic,
I don't
they should
know.
sue him. That's you didn't you broke the contract by that logic, right?
I would imagine, but their other resort is to strip him, just like the other sanctioning bodies strip Josh
But here's
Taylor.
the bigger issue, though, Jerry. Based off what I get what you're saying, but let's move forward. The bigger issue is, like you said, the sanctioning bodies are part of the corruption. Okay, so
they're part of the pay scale. They're part of the business.
You said the payola. They're part of the payola.
Yeah.
Which is terms for something that is done illegal in radio. You get what I'm saying? So you make it seem like,
I don't know if it's illegal.
Yeah. You
but
can't.
Just
it's
part
called
of
payola. That's when you pay the radio to play your records. It's illegal. So maybe you just used the word out of context and didn't know. But anyway, let me say this point though. Should Mauricio step down as president? Because it seems like some of the stuff he's doing now doesn't seem very presidential. You don't hear other people get stripped every day for different reasons. The president of those sanctioning bodies isn't out here doing all in the videos, doing interviews and things like that. He's the WBC. Come on, bro. Like they had Benavidez as mandatory for years. They got guys fighting who pop dirty after they pop dirty. Like, come on, bro.
They're corrupt, bro. Don't get me wrong. The sanctioning bodies are every bit as corrupt as the promoters or anything else. But they're part of the payola, and they're part of the business of boxing. And if you want to fight for the titles and hold the titles, you have to pay the sanctioning fees. They'll let a lot of fighters get away with all kind of shit. Like they let Charlo not defend his title for 2 years plus, and he still maintained the title. they'll let you do that. But the one thing they won't let you do is not pay those sanctioning fees. Josh Taylor is the best example. He didn't want to pay them. He wasn't getting tens of millions of dollars. He was getting very regular purses. And once he seen what those 4 sanctioning fees added up to, he didn't want to pay it. I don't blame him. But when you don't pay them, you don't get to keep the title. They'll strip you quick. They even stripped Canelo of the IBF title because he wouldn't fight Skull. So they couldn't collect their fee. And they took that title right from him. And they've done it time and time again. It's no knock on the fighter that Bud Crawford is. He's already proven himself to be the top super middleweight by beating the top guy. It's just, that's the payola and the politics of boxing. And I can't believe that Crawford didn't know this. His management had to know. They knew what the other sanctioning bodies would charge, and they negotiated appropriately, and that's great. There's no way they didn't know what the WBC was going to charge. It's just now that it's time to pay, he doesn't want to pay it. And that's his prerogative, but that's why they stripped him. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, bro, it's good to hear from you. I'm glad to see you're back on there. You don't do as much as you used to, but it's always a treat to hear you, Mark. You got a great show.
Appreciate that, man.
All right, brother. All right, you all right?
Oh, yeah, I was typing Shelton. Shelton, yeah, the number's on the screen. You got to call the number on the screen, 404-692-1766. Shout out to Tank.
Let me say this, too. We got a really good fight card coming up this weekend, and it's crazy, man, and it's not getting much press. That Lamont Roach-Pitbull Cruz fight is a great matchup. It really is, man. It's a boxer, puncher type of thing like we've seen with Haney and Norman. Really good matchup. 2 super solid fighters. It's a shame it's not getting as much more press because it doesn't seem like it's getting any, to be honest with you.
Well, people don't speak of no English.
Oh, well, maybe.
I mean, he don't speak English. So I'm sure he's getting a lot of press in
I
Mexico.
know, but there's a lot of Mexican fans.
Yeah,
I mean,
but he don't do media with them. And Lamont Roach is a quiet dude. Every time you put the camera in his face, he's talking about Tank Davis.
he is. He is. It's fucking shame, man. Boxing's just not popular in the U.S., man. I never thought I'd see it come
Hey,
to
look,
this
somebody
point.
got a question for you, though, Jared. He said, so you don't blame Josh Taylor. Got it. Now, with that said, do you blame Terence Crawford?
Well, blame, it's not so much about blame, right? Josh Taylor, no, I don't put much blame because he forfeited the titles. He didn't want to pay the sanctioning fees, and I get that. But Josh Taylor, you know, he wasn't getting big purses, not tens of millions of dollars. Reportedly, Crawford got $50+ million. Now, I'm sure Josh Taylor knew of the fees, just like I'm sure Crawford
People always
did
agree
also.
to it and change their mind about not paying it. Why you telling Terence Crawford? Well, you should have paid it. You agreed to pay it. You got to pay it.
Well, because the
people
thing
change
is,
their mind and
had
drop
he-
the bill,
had-
or be
had
like, okay,
he-
let's negotiate.
No, but had he made this stand prior,
No,
he couldn't have been
nobody
able
do
to
it prior, bro.
Well, hold on a second. Let me finish. Had he made this stand initially, if he really had a problem with it, he would have made the stand initially, but then they never could have marketed the fight as an undisputed fight. Just like they couldn't market Taylor versus Teo Lopez as an undisputed fight because Josh Taylor, he didn't lose his titles in the ring, but he got stripped of them for not paying the fees, right? So what I'm saying is it's a simple thing. Even if it's me and you, if we make a deal and you agree and then you renege on it after the fact, that's not really cool. And it doesn't
People
matter
do
if
it
it's
all.
Bud
Josh
Crawford.
Taylor did that too. That's why because he was able to fight for it. That's Tank's point. Josh Taylor was able to get that fight, got this undisputed. Hold on, Josh Taylor fought for undisputed and then dropped the belts.
But that was after the fact. When he fought Teo Lopez, he hadn't lost his
Or got
titles. He
stripped.
was still undefeated. But he didn't have the titles because he
got
didn't want to
stripped.
pay the sanction fee.
So the same thing. He reneged. He didn't
right,
pay.
but that was before the fact. That was they
No,
couldn't
he had
market
already got
that
stripped.
fight.
He had already got stripped a long
He had
time
already
before
got
that.
stripped because he didn't want to pay the fees. You
Which
see,
is what
and
Bud
there's
did.
the key difference. No, Bud fought the fight. The fight was marketed as undisputed. He clearly went along with what they were charging.
Josh
and then
Taylor
when it came
dropped
time
the
to
belt.
pay the money,
No, Josh Taylor fought before that, and he was already stripped of those certain belts. Before he fought T.O., he had fought Jack Catterall. He had already said, fuck that. He had already reneged before the T.O. fight.
okay, well then the Catterall fight. Either way, he did it preemptively. He didn't fight the fight and market it as something that wasn't.
After he won Undisputed, he dropped the belts, bro. He didn't pay the sanctioning fees. He reneged after he dropped the belts. He never defended it.
Well, you just said he Catterall.
So no
he
different.
was still
no,
undefeated.
No different from when
just
Terence
didn't have the
Crawford
title.
won and didn't pay. He reneged. Josh Taylor won, didn't pay. He reneged. They did the same thing.
Right, but one fight was marketed as an undisputed fight.
Josh
for
Taylor
all the
won his
belts,
belts.
and the others
Josh
weren't.
Taylor-
Josh Taylor's fights weren't.
His belt, when he won the belt at Undisputed, it was. After he won it, he reneged. He didn't pay all the sanctioning fees. That's why his fight with Josh Taylor wasn't for Undisputed.
Well, that's exactly
with
what I'm
Jack
saying.
Catterall. That's why his fight with Jack Catterall
But
wasn't
Bud
Undisputed,
Crawford's
because he
fight with
already dropped
Canelo was marketed as an undisputed fight.
So
it was for the undisputed titles.
Okay, maybe you're not understanding, bro, or maybe you do understand and you just being willfully ignorant right now. Let me say it again. After Josh Taylor's fight, when he was marketed for Undisputed versus Ramirez, okay?
No, that's not okay. He wasn't.
No, let me
He'd
finish.
already
No.
relinquished the title.
That's the fight he won Undisputed on. Him versus Ramirez was Undisputed. Okay? You still with me, right?
Yep.
Okay. Crawford and Canelo, Undisputed. You still with me, right? Crawford won, didn't pay one of the sanctioning fees, got stripped. Josh Taylor won, but he didn't pay all the sanctioning fees, he got stripped. They did the exact same thing. We're talking about we're talking about both of their undisputed fights. Both of them
The difference is when Josh Taylor defended, he hadn't been.
No.
beat,
We ain't talking about defending. Bud ain't defending. No, we talking about after the
undisputed fight.
It was.
No,
bro. Never mind. Ramirez versus Josh Taylor was marketed as undisputed. After he won, he did not pay all the sanctioning fees, so he got stripped. That same thing just happened. You're talking about the next fight.
Teofimo Lopez,
that was 2 fights later.
When he fought Teo Lopez, had he lost?
No, we ain't talking about losses, but he had been stripped.
Did he have the titles?
No, he had one belt and the lineal.
They couldn't market it as undisputed.
We're not talking about that fight because that fight wasn't an undisputed. The fight against Ramirez was undisputed.
It wasn't because he lost. It wasn't because he lost. It was because he didn't pay the sanction.
Oh my God, bro. We're talking. This feel like Groundhog's Day. The Ramirez fight would be the equivalent to Crawford's Canelo fight, bro. Is what I'm trying to tell
Here's
you.
the thing.
I don't know why you keep bringing. Why do you keep bringing the? Hold up. Why you keep bringing T.O.
If you don't, you get stripped.
Why are you bringing up T.O. fight? That has nothing to do with this conversation.
Because
Jack Catterall was undisputed. We're comparing his undisputed fight.
I'm not bringing up T.O. I'm bringing up Josh Taylor.
Okay, no. But you keep bringing up his T.O. fight. Go to his undisputed
because that
fight.
Would have been far more marketable.
We ain't talking about that. We're talking about undisputed. His undisputed fight, where he reneged, is the same undisputed fight that Crawford had with Canelo. They're even. This was your undisputed.
Okay.
This is your undisputed. You paid all the sanctioned bodies. Step one, he paid. I think Josh Taylor paid one. He got stripped by the IBF, and then another 2 he got stripped for not paying, I think. So, but there you go. They both reneged.
No, there you don't go.
They both reneged on paying after winning undisputed.
Don't agree to
Check
something
and mates,
then back
man.
out.
This is checkmate. Like, bro, what are we talking about?
Well, here's the thing. At the end of the day, Bud Crawford's no longer the WBC champion.
And
you
good
and I
riddance.
can debate. Okay, good. Well, you know what? Good. He doesn't seem to care about it, and that's his prerogative.
He don't need it. His legacy solidified.
Maybe.
Crawford
Maybe he
Crawford
doesn't.
is like
But
the
guess
last
what?
kid. It's like a
he
kid that
doesn't.
last day of
But guess
school.
what?
giving
If he
face
wants
to
to
everybody.
defend his super middleweight titles, it won't be an undisputed fight. For whatever that's
You don't
worth,
care.
it won't be that now. Just like
So
it
what?
wasn't for Josh Taylor.
He
against
already won
Lopez.
it. So what? He already won it.
Yeah, he did just like Taylor had already won.
He already
He'd
won
already
it.
won the undisputed title.
Hey, look.
Well,
he won
did.
it in
He was the
multiple
undisputed
divisions.
champ, and he never lost it in the ring while he was undisputed. Same thing can be said for Bud Crawford. This is the politics of boxing. I don't make it up.
Taylor ain't
You don't make it up.
Bud Crawford, bro. Get off the game.
Sanctioning bodies charging the fees that they do, it's as old as boxing itself. And when you go in, you got to know what they are, and you basically got to agree. If you don't, it's basically bad business, really. Doesn't matter if it's Crawford or who it is. It's bad business. And the one way they're going to strip is that way. You don't pay them fees, they're going to strip you. They might let you go like Charlo a couple years without defending, and they've done the same thing with Canelo. They let them avoid Benavidez. They'll let you do shit like that. But if you don't pay them their little bit of payola, they're going to strip the title, and that's all she wrote.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right, buddy.
My man.
I'll talk to you, Mark.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in. Shout out to Jerry.
What up?
All right. I don't think we don't know what Bud knew. We know everybody else negotiated, so everybody else negotiated except the WBC. They didn't work this out before the fight. Shout out to Behold. Shout out to Fredo for life. My boy Tank, the Sweet Science Examiner. 404-692-1766. 404-692-1766. You want to call in and voice your opinion on your stock pick. Let me play this next clip, man. Because, like I said, Andre Ward was just talking about this. He said Bud should have said something a long time ago. But been saying something about this. Let's cut to this clip right here. Let's cut to this clip. $1 million worth of game.
Listen, you always listen now. Hold up. I always say the corny belt is one belt. Don't see it. My favorite belt is the green joint with the gold shit on it. That's the best one to me. Wow. I don't know.
He was like, why? Why? Bud being on it. Watch this.
Which one is
You
that?
want me to say the best belt?
Which one?
The free one. The ring belt.
Yeah.
No.
Magazine.
Oh yeah,
Because that
Devin
solidify you as the number one fighter in the division.
Yeah.
Devin got that. So
Yeah.
He got all of
So
that.
who has the ring magazine?
Nobody.
all right,
Nobody got it.
but listen,
Not in my way.
Oh.
it's some belts.
So you gotta have all the belts to get the ring.
Nah, you just got one or two got to fight.
I don't want that. I got the what's name belt.
The number one versus number two. So he ready to get a joke off.
He said I got that. I mean, cool. What's the belt?
You had the WBA regular, nigga.
No, the joint, the Intercontinental. What's that joint
He said I would have got the Intercontinental.
called?
Nigga, let me just say this too. I'm tired of boxing fucking capping, man. For real. Boxing
That's not no
be
belt,
cap-
man.
Boxing
That is a
be-
belt, right?
That's
What?
not you're not considered a world.
Well, that's the one I had. It was fucking man. I got a belt. I'm cool. I've been walking around, going to talk to the kids and the Boys and Girls Club. Yeah, you know, because when you were a champ, riding around, had that shit in the back
You know
of my
what I'm
car.
saying?
He said I would have been riding around with the Intercontinental too.
They would have said, "Is you a world champion?" You're like,
Yeah.
"Nah, I'm an intercontinental."
No, they don't know. The kid, I could have lied to him.
It says on the belt.
They're like, champ. I came in. Listen, I done had my.
Oh no, that you can trick the kids. That sounds bigger. Nah, not the world champion. Intercontinental. Like I go from continent to continent. It's kind of like the world champion, but it's intercontinental.
Who's coming? The champ is in. Listen,
He's out. He was like, but then you'll be like, well, who cares about Antarctica anyway? I'm intercontinental. Who cares about Antarctica? Somebody said Crawford never said that he wanted to defend the super middleweight title. Remember, he said, matter of fact, specifically said he's thinking about going to middleweight. Yeah. Said it's funny, Bud legacy is all about the belts because he lacks the great wins. Man, you don't get all the belts without having wins, bro. You don't have all those titles lacking great wins. Now he got to pay them with when he got to pay them with his $50 million he got from Canelo fight, he can't do it. He can do it. He just said, I'm not paying you $300,000 plus another $100,000 on top of that. I don't know. Jerry said, it's a foolish to believe Bud knew what all the other sanctioning bodies required. Was it what they required or was it what he negotiated? But was clueless what the most prestigious belt fees were. That's a matter of opinion, Jerry. Evidently, he said, this is an old interview. He said what's prestigious to him is the Ring magazine. And that's free. So, Andre Ward, he said that was the most prestigious belt to him because you the top guy in the division. I'm numero uno. Yeah, but Bud been talking about these belt fees. Let's cut right here. Errol Spence said the same thing. Errol Spence, same guy. This is leading up to the fight. This is after Bud's interview. Look at him.
You take it from him. Why the fuck you want it?
Listen to what he said. Listen to what Wallow said. He was like, he said, so I could just make a belt and put my face on it.
It's not saying Bud not great.
Sense as a whole, he's how I with. I took it from him.
Your belt and this old dude.
Oh, they got Sean there. I took it from him.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So
who him? You ain't taking from him. Why the fuck you want it? And his old dude. You like he was.
Yo, that nigga EJ was a savage.
What up, gangsta?
He said, oh, they got Sean up there because I took it from him. Yo, EJ is a savage, bro. Check this out.
It's like a cut man or something.
No, that's the.
They was like, yo, so I guess Suleiman's father's on that belt, right? So let's go.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So
who him? You ain't taking from him. Why the fuck you want it? And his old dude. You like he was like a cut man or something.
No, that's the guy that run the WBC. Man.
Oh shit. Okay.
He was like, yeah, cut man.
No, I'm just saying. Well, who the fuck is this right here? Who him? Oh yeah.
I don't know, but Owe need.
He don't even know it. Like, why the fuck is he on your belt? Why?
Because he was somebody legendary, man.
Yeah, he was somebody.
He don't
you
even
think
know
he
who
right
he
next
is.
to Ali and he wasn't somebody legendary?
Oh, so if I start my own belt, I could be on the belts. I can start my own.
What the fuck out
Nobody
of
want your
here?
belt.
Nobody want your cheap
See,
ass.
y'all hate on me.
He said, but he was like, but he made a good point. He was like, who's this dude right here? Errol Spence was like, Errol, he was like, man, he don't even know. Looked like they did a cut and an edit and somebody told him probably. Hold on.
The fuck is he on your belt? Why?
Because he was somebody legendary, man.
Yeah, he was somebody.
Yeah, he was somebody.
He
was like, who? Let me see.
You think he right next to Ali and he wasn't somebody legendary?
Oh, so if I start my own belt, I could be on the belts. I can start my own.
What the fuck out of
Nobody
here?
want your belt.
Nobody want your cheap
See,
ass.
y'all hate on me.
Nobody
I'm
want
black.
them, man. They be charging for these belts.
Yeah, you know they gotta pay to have these.
How you gotta pay to have a belt that you beat somebody for?
Man, I'll be at stake. I just want to know what they doing with it, the money they get. Like, you get charged 3%. I mean, people don't know you can negotiate.
Oh,
like,
what the fuck up.
So you can negotiate, but they want 3%.
Stuff you can negotiate how much you pay them, but like these bills 3%. I'm starting to ask like, where's that 3% going to?
So if you pay 3%, that's on each belt though, each commission. That's the WBC. That's this and that's. So that's 9% of your money.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean to tell me that you
fuck the belts?
July.
We could fight for fucking Gucci belts. I'm gonna go buy 5 of these.
Oh, you mean to tell me? What? That's when you got it. This not July 20.
Like we fighting for the WBA, but the Ring magazine, you don't have to pay any sanctioning.
No, but
so wait, if you beat Bud, then you gotta pay for 4 belts.
That's why people vacate after they win the belt.
So basically, when if you win, these bitches all up for sale now. Take them motherfuckers, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going up to 154. Fuck the belts. I'm a household name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight for a bag.
Yeah, your name. That's why Canelo always, giving them shit and just be talking crazy.
Man, they always making up belts to get Canelo though. This the Mexican WBC Jose Mentos Kentos versus Costos belt. What the fuck type of belt is this?
But my whole thing is this. You mean to tell me you got to give up damn near 10% to carry these motherfuckers, and you waited? I'm talking about July 29th.
Every time you fight, you pay.
Man, get the fuck. They can have them join. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's 10%, bro. I don't even think agents get that. PBC ain't getting that much fucking money from me. 10%? That's too much money, man. Every fucking time. Oh, I ain't know that.
You tired of boxing capping with all these fake ass belts?
Yeah, definitely. Like all these intern.
Oh, come on, man. I'm tired of them announcing niggas. He's a 4-weight division. No, the fuck he not.
I think it'd be a lot
that
more
nigga
crazy.
got 3 WBC regulars. What the fuck is that?
I think it'd be a lot more crazy if they have everybody under just like one banner, just one big belt, or even 2 belts. But we gotta do away with all these junior titles, and you know, because y'all be walking around with these junior titles,
acting like they
walking around with these, you know, just I'll be like, I don't NABO, NABOF.
When that shit go jump on the ropes and all that shit.
This is what I'm saying. This how
Bro,
you know
you got a Christian Dior belt.
This how you know they bullshit belts.
Shit not real.
I don't know nothing about boxing, and I'll be like, cuz, that's not a real belt. He be like, yeah, that's the Interterrian. I can tell that shit bullshit. And I'm not a boxer.
And if I'm paying 3%, this should be real gold.
Come on, man. I'm paying 3% of millions of dollars. 5, 10, you know. Come on, bro.
Like
that shit ain't real good.
Millions of dollars.
Oh.
Nah, it ain't real gold.
Oh, that's some shit they made at the trophy store.
You know a nigga stunt.
They make that shit at the trophy store.
Fucking 14K.
The fake diamonds in there.
You know a nigga get some money and
right there.
shit's supposed to be 14K. This motherfucking them putting no rubies in my shit either.
They got some bullshit in there.
Yeah, they have some red rubies up in his to replace my fucking rubies with diamonds.
So, you know what I'm saying? When you're young, this is what you
dream about, man.
Heck yeah, you see all the, but once you get older and you start to realize, you know, man, it's all about it's really just about the money, and that's what I understand, because
it's about the paper.
When I first turned professional, and it took my dad really just to tell me, because I was gonna sign with somebody else, because Al is not known for getting people signing bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother conversation. We went into that before. Yeah, but that's crazy. He said you're gonna get damn near 10%, as in 3, 6, 9. 9 is close to 10, so it's like you're getting away damn near 10%. But you're getting $5 or $10 million, and they're getting 3% of that. What is the money going to? What you paid going in, is that what you knew you were going to pay? If you have a problem with that, you don't agree to it beforehand and not afterwards. Or you just drop the belt, or they can strip you. No problem. Just take your belt. Cool. You don't want to negotiate? Take your belt back. Seemed like a simple fix. That's what happened, right? But like I said, this wasn't the first time Bud has been talking about this. Bud's been talking about it for years. As you can see, Spence was talking about it with the same people on his interview with Bud. I mean, on his interview leading up to that fight. Andre Ward's been talking about it for years. This isn't something new that people have had a problem with boxing. What is the money going to? Where is the audit? Phone lines are open, 404-692-1766. Number at the top of the screen in the bright yellow letters. It's funny, but legacy. Okay, I read that one. Let me see. Somebody said the Jack Catterall fight preceded Ramirez-Taylor fight. Bud knew the price beforehand. Crawford never said that he won. Okay, I read that one. Fredo said, read that one. Foolish, that one. Basic common sense. Lots of fighters have complained about sanction fees. Does that mean they can avoid them? It's a well-known business agreement. You can choose not to pay them, and you just know what you would get. Jerry, we understand where you're coming from. What we're trying to say is that's part of the problem. That's part of the problem. Like, shit, let you have it. People still be walking around here in chains and shit. Like, that's just what it is. Blacks are slaves, Mark. Just gotta deal with it. Nah, man. You gotta be part of the change too. We can't just keep saying, well, these are the rules. You just gotta follow the rules. Get your ass in the cotton field, Nick. No, bro. No. Gonna burn this field down. Unbiased Brem said, hey yo, people making a big deal of the WBC and Bud. This the same old cycle. Happened before and Bud. Happened before Bud and what happened after Bud. Yeah. But that's not Brem, you sound like you Jerry. Y'all missing the large picture. The large picture is, why is it okay? Why are y'all okay with it? Why does the fighter must capitulate to that? Get out of here. You said Cowboys? Never heard of. Ain't nobody rocking with no Cowboys, dudes. You on the wrong show. I wear the hat to match my outfit or something, but as far as the team, I don't care. I don't rock with their ownership over there. Yeah, Jerry be doing too much. I ain't talking about Jerry in the chat. I'm talking about Jerry Jones. Yeah, he be doing too much for me. With a lot of things that he be doing. So, nah. Not a big Cowboys fan anymore. Basic business is basic business. Not good bit. No, it's not. No business is basic. Not even a paper route. And you negotiate. People negotiate all the time. You're missing the point. The point is, why is 3% okay? That's what we at with it, Jerry. Not, well, where they want 3%, you just got to pay 3% and just pay it. Shut up and box. I just want to see my fights. Just box. Just do what I tell you. Because I said it so. Nah, man. Fuck out of here. Pre-game starts about 2. I'm here. That nigga's... You wear merchandise. You wear Cowboys merchandise to get cute. Wow. Okay. Brim said, "What, Mark? You about you? How do I sound like Jerry? Bud not paying is something that's happened a lot with other fighters. Sanctioning body stripping fighters. Y'all missing the point. If that's their rules, that's the rules. Y'all seem like y'all got a problem with Bud doing his rant, and Bud made a good point. Everybody else accepted this amount. Why you can't accept the amount? Okay, well you get 3%. Okay, you want this percent. What's that 3%? What that 0.6% going to? Why do I got to pay $300,000 plus another $100,000? What was that about? Y'all ignoring that part. Y'all ignoring that Bud said, hey, look, he wanted another $100,000 on top of the $300,000. Y'all ignoring that, right? I heard him say, Mauricio say, Bud didn't pay him for the madrimov fight. I was like, that was for the WBA, I thought. That was a WBA fight. Crawford versus madrimov. But I don't know. That shit kind of wear off of me. So that's what we at with it. Somebody say your comprehension is low today, bro. Me and Jerry do not have the same position. It sounds the same to me. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Could be right though. Could be right. These niggas flirting with me in the chat. Y'all better stop that homo shit. Y'all niggas wildin'. Jerry said the sanctioning bodies do not have to explain their business costs to Crawford. It's his money, bro. You do know it's his money. It's his money, Jerry. He don't get to know where his money going to. He said they do not explain their business cost to Crawford. All I want to do is be president. Man, Jerry, if you don't stop that soft shit, you would not be. You probably still got detailed billing on your phone calls. You probably want to know where every phone call is going to, reading text messages and everything. You probably read your printout for all your business ventures and everything you got going on with your company. I'm just saying. Just saying, bro. You're gonna do the readout. You're gonna do the readout for your company. Especially when you start dealing with that kind of money, you want to check every box, dot every T. You want to know what's going on. So I don't know, Jerry. I think you're being a little disingenuous with that, brother. What we at with it? He said Deuce is called, he said, and Bud don't have to pay them shit either, Jerry. Yeah, that's the spirit, Brent. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we on. You gotta pay them nothing. You gotta pay them nothing. I wish I would. I wish I would sit up here and tell somebody, oh, they gotta pay that. Somebody in chat said I'm on Ozempic. Nah, never heard of it.
Small hats.
Nah. I think it's the camera angle pointing down, yo. Somebody said, I'm on Tabo. Jerry said, I can see you are petulant and personal. Logic and business is out the window with you regarding Bud. No, I just think he's right. But I agree with the WBC is that's their stance, that's their business. I agree with you to a point. You know the fee, you know how much they charging. Fuck it. Don't pay it. Okay, you get stripped. That's part of the business. But I agree with Andre Ward. Like, why are we doing that? Where the money go to? I think it's a bigger conversation than what you're having, Jerry. I think it's a bigger conversation. Does that make sense? I'm not saying you're wrong. You're 1,000% right. And Brim is 1,000% right. Sanctioning fees is part of the problem. I mean, part of the business. But when we start talking about the manager fee, like he was talking about 33 1/3, why is that okay? Why is that okay? 33 1/3, come on, bro. These niggas still doing more homo talk. I'm gonna skip over that. Unbiased Brim, he said dropping the belt. He said dropping that belt, paying them nothing had happened how many times with how many other fighters? That's what I was trying to tell Jerry. That's what Tank was trying to say to Jerry too, because Jerry kept saying, well, this was marketing and promoting. I was like, yeah, people do that all the time and drop the belts. I think Baltimore dropped the belts after he fought Zab. That's why when Floyd fought Baltimore right afterwards, it wasn't for Undisputed, because Baltimore had dropped the belts because they didn't pay him that much. Jerry said, correct. Crawford can renege. See, there you go. Jerry, don't say renege no more in your life. Just say change his mind. He said change his mind, and with that, he's no longer the undisputed champion. Next. No. Okay, well, the next topic is, why do people got to pay these amount of fees anyway? Why is it that amount? Jerry, can you tell us that with your infinite wisdom? Can you tell us why is 3% the magic number, Jerry? Why not 2%? Why not 4%? Why not 5%? Why is 3% the magic number? Unbiased Brim said, Jerry, the N, a.k.a. Bud don't gotta pay, and the WC can strip him. I have no issue with this. I agree. Like, shoot, Bud is the dude, like, the last day of school where, shit, you know, you about to graduate, nigga, everybody getting these fades. Bud giving out fades. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, bro. Brent said, this nigga talking about my lighting. These niggas talking about, y'all niggas on some weirdo shit in the chat, bro. They niggas on some weirdo shit. Y'all on the wrong station for that one. Where we at with it? Let me see. Jerry said, the money go to making the bill. That's what the money go to, Jerry. And organization and rankings. How much it costs them to do a ranking, Jerry? It don't cost them. Again, why is it 3%? Okay, so Jerry, based on what you said, it shouldn't be 3%. It should be a flat fee. If the money goes towards making the belt, which is a fake gold belt, the rankings, which is you and your own staff having a meeting once a month. So 12 meetings a year, or y'all have, because really they be having that big ass conference. We going on vacation, we going to Puerto Rico, and we going here, we gonna stay at these luxury resorts, flying private jets. Nigga, what? Y'all got to take up some of the $26,000 seats right here, you and your friends. The sanctioning bodies are part of the business of boxing. You still, see, you just talking in gibberish. You ain't really making no, it's a fake gold belt. It's not real gold. So you don't need $300,000 for a fake gold belt. It's leather and tinfoil, man. It's a fake gold belt. Why they ain't got term limits on these presidents? How do you just pass down the WBC presidency to your son and now your son is just what, president for life of the WBC? Who votes? How much control you got over the board? I'm just saying, it's a lot of questions that need to be asked, and you talking about they making a fake gold belt and they do rankings for what they're worth. That's not free. Nah, but that price shouldn't change. Like, you don't need 3%. Like, if you guys put on championship fights for guys and they purses are $200,000 or $300,000, right? You're doing the same job for the guy who's making multi-millions of dollars. You printing up a same fake ass gold belt. You don't have to rank him because he's the champion, so he's the top guy. So it ain't no rankings going on. I'm number one. Actually, I'm over number one. I'm the champion. I mean, how does that work? Just makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's a lot of, I love the system. I love the system. Whatever the system say, I'm just gonna obey. I'm gonna do what you tell me. Don't rebel. No, I won't rebel. Like, man, what are you doing here, man? Like, fuck out of here. My man said, And the fighter knows it's going in. Knows what, Jerry? The fighters still don't know what their 3% is going to. And they don't know why it's 3%. Why is it negotiable with certain guys and certain fighters? Why is that negotiable for some people and not others? Because if it's 3%, that's the bylaws. Okay, well, how did you negotiate? Why does he get 0.6 this time? Why did you cut him that break? And what's the extra 100,000 on top of that? Don't make sense, bro. Don't make sense. But it's all good though. He said, I don't see the weird comments. Oh, yeah, they on the it's two lives. Jerry said unbiased. It ain't about starving. Spelled that wrong. It's about you know the deal going in. Period. That nigga hit you with the city girls. He said, period, boo. How long we been up here? 140. Let me speed up because we got to get to the next topic. I don't have to explain my business cards to my clients. They're clients. I give them my price and they agree to pay. Jerry, this ain't that. And that ain't this. You think that's that's what this is? Jerry, they are a non-profit organization. Never forget that. They are a non-profit organization demanding money. Oh, I'm gonna take back the belt you won. I guess you're right. Maybe they are. Maybe they should not be non-profit organizations. They need to get audited. They always been fake gold. No, not charge the fundamental agreement. Not change the fundamental agreement. You're missing the point. You're missing the point. You still can't tell me why is it 3%. Just say, I don't know, Mark, and we can move on. You don't know. You don't know. I know you don't know because the people in the business don't know. People got a wall full of the belts. They don't know why it's 3%. Why is it negotiable for some people? Why is it not negotiable for other people? You don't know. You can't tell me that. It's nanked. What is that? It's nanked up to you to determine what they feel they are worth. You either agree or disagree. No different when you go to the store. Okay. Some people go to the store and they negotiate. Like when you go buy a car, you negotiate. Buy a house, you negotiate. The more money you spend, usually the more. Hey, look, when the guy came out here and did my HVAC for me, I had a whole new HVAC system put in like October. They started at 16,000. We ended up at 11.5. So you can negotiate. Pound for pound sports entertainment. What up? But he said, let's stop acting like this isn't normal in boxing, Jerry. Like this is something different happening here. Again, yeah, they are nonprofit. But again, nobody can tell me why is it 3%? Where does all the money go to? We don't know because they've never been audited. Why is it negotiable for some fighters in certain fights, and then they're not negotiable for certain fights and other fighters? Yeah, again, Jerry, you still typing, but you can't tell me why it's 3%. Why is it negotiable for some other people? So we just got to move forward. Because I know you don't know, because nobody knows. Again, see, you can't answer it. Does not matter why it's 3%. That's not what it is. That's what we're talking about. Why is that the normal fee? Why is it 3%? Why do they negotiate with some people and not others? WC wants to negotiate, they can. If they don't have to. So you don't have a bylaw. What are the rules? Because they say they have rules and bylaws, bro. You got rules and bylaws. So Is it a rule? Is it a bylaw? Is it a standard? Is it an opinion? Whatever. You can't answer it, so then we just say it doesn't matter. It's okay. Just say, I don't know. It's not hard to say, man, I don't even know, Mark. Why is that mount? Your response is, it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's move on, man. Let's go to this one, because I got to get on this briefly, because we're going to be talking about this for a while leading up to it. And the number, if you want to call in, is 404-692-1766, 404-692-1766. That's the number to call to join the conversation. Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Oh, y'all can't even see the screen. There we go. Boom. We got to fight, ladies and gentlemen. We got to fight. The boy T.O. been pump faking for about, since, when was that fight? April? Was it in March? It was like March or April. They've been pump faking with T.O. for a minute, but it seems like he got an opponent. This is a good fight. I believe the winner, if T.O. is able to win this fight, definitely stamping his ticket to the Hall of Fame, bro. Because I think Shakur is going to the Hall of Fame. 3-division champion, former unified champion, silver medalist in the Olympics. It's people in the Hall of Fame with less than that. So I think Shakur is going. But he's really going in style. He's going in style if he gets this 4th division title over Teofimo Lopez. And keep in mind, he will be the lineal because T.O. is the lineal champion. So this is a good one, man. This is a good one, dog. This is a good one. I'm so excited about this fight. And it's going to be in New York, January 31st. I think for T.O. to win this fight, he's going to have to go in there and shock Shakur. And not only shock him, he's going to have to hurt him very early. He's going to have to get Shakur behind on that scorecard and get him out of his pocket, out of his norm. And I just don't see him doing it. I think Shakur is just too crafty, too smart. And I think he's going to be stronger at 140 and still maintain his speed and his defense. I don't expect him to go out there and fight T.O. the same way he fought Zepeda, because Zepeda isn't, and T.O. isn't that same. They don't fight the same style. So I don't foresee that happening. Brim said, got a feeling Morrell versus Smith will be on Shakur T.O. card. Possibly. But this the main event right here, man. This is the main event. This is a good fight. And I hear people saying, oh, Mark Nash, it's going to be boring. It's going to be boring. I just started talking about this fight, Zugan. I got Shakur winning, man. I got him winning a boring decision. I got to win the boring decision. It's going to be, some people going to say it's boring, but I'm a fan of the sport, so I can respect the nuances and the stories that are being told in the middle of the fight. But I think T.O. is going to go in there in shape, like he always is. T.O. is always in shape. Got to give him that. Stay in shape. He's explosive, but he takes chances in there. And the last time we seen him in there with a southpaw was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Sandor Martin. And he was getting caught with that check hook. He said T.O. is very easy to bruise. Yeah, man, he be looking lumped up and bruised up against guys who are not even known as punchers. Like, Sandor Martin dropped him twice. I don't think he only got credit for one. But he dropped him twice with a check hook. Had him looking lumpy. That was the fight he was like, do I still got it? Look at that picture how Kambosos had him looking. Bloody everywhere. And that wasn't from no headbutt. That wasn't a headbutt. Let's share the screen. Tio, we getting lumped up, bro. What was the dude he fought? Look at this picture right here of him versus of Kambosos. Caught him clean, bro. Had him all night. He was catching him clean with shots. Had him leaky. Look at this. What's the dude he fought? Damn, I'm gonna tell you in a second. This is him after the Steve Claggett fight. Look at this. Look how Steve Claggett had him looking. Look at this. This is after the Steve Claggett fight. Shakur gonna paint this dude, bro. Cause his defense isn't as good as people say in the pocket. T.O.'s best defense is his legs. He's able to move in that ring and escape that way. He's best when he's letting the guy come to him and the guy trying to knock him out. That's when he's at his best. But when he's trying to press the action, he get buzzed up. Run into a buzzsaw. This is what Steve Claggett did to him. And Shakur is disciplined too, so I just feel like what's up here for boxing? Yeah, I just feel like T.O. gonna run into a buzzsaw, and people gonna try to say the fight was boring, but it's gonna be. I think Shakur gonna put on a masterpiece, man, and he's not gonna fight him like he fought Zepeda. For one, he don't need to, and T.O. isn't one of those type of guys. He don't fight like Zepeda. He gonna check T.O. early, and this shit gonna start looking like him versus what's the dude? He was about to fight Keyshawn Davis. This is gonna look like a De Los Santos, because this guy gonna be trying to blitz, and Shakur gonna step, be out the way. Let you just run in, tie you up, make you reset, tame you again with the jab. I just think he gonna tame him very early. So that live Bud did was by design. This is the start of the end of the sanctioning bodies. I don't know here for boxing. I don't know if Jermaine Ortiz, nah, that ain't the one. Nah, it's gonna look like Shakur versus De Los Santos. It's gonna look boring. He gonna be able to get off when he want to. The other guy ain't gonna be able to get off. He gonna beat him easy, I think. I don't think T.O. got that many punches in his repertoire from mid-range. He got a leaping left hook that he does. Shakur gonna be out of reach for that. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like that. I think it might be like that. I'm gonna win and make it look easy. Gonna touch him up, gonna tame him early. T.O. ain't gonna take too many chances. His dad gonna be yelling at him, come on, Papi, you can do it. And I don't think he's gonna get it done. QT, what up? He said, I wouldn't be surprised if T.O. back out of this fight. I think it's a terrible style for him too. He needs somebody that's gonna fight him and come towards him, because he looks better fighting off the back foot. I don't know why they try to make him a front foot, knockout pressure fighter, man. He's a boxer puncher. He's a boxer puncher, and he's good at that. But just running in, he said, tell you gang Stevenson going to be the old him. Yeah, he ain't gonna fight him like he fought Zepeda. Just go to the corner, get in the shell. He ain't gonna do that. Jerry said the fight will be boring as hell. Jerry said the fight will be boring as hell. Stevenson has proven he will stink up the joint all the way out, and Lopez is equally capable of the same. I'm telling you, they're going to think the fight boring, but hey, look, the promotion should be good. They should sell this fight. And maybe they sell it enough and talking of joint that somebody goes in there and fights out of character and makes the fight a little exciting. Maybe we'll get a knockdown. I don't think we're going to get no knockout in this fight. I think we're going to get a knockdown, though, maybe. Teo might get caught with a check hook, but he's very capable of catching Shakur with a shot. But Shakur is proven to have a good chance so far, right? This will be a new division. So, Zhugang said he's not going to back out. He knows too much is online. Plus, it's going to be his biggest payday. He held out and got what he was looking for and got the payment that he wanted. And he's fighting back in New York. He got it. It looked like Teo got everything he wanted. Like he got everything he wanted. But even being a 2-division champion, he beat Shakur Stevenson right now. I think he might have stamped his ticket to the Hall of Fame, man. He might stamp it with this one, bro. If he can beat Shakur Stevenson, a 3-division former unified champion. I know it's going to be some people say, oh, well, it's his division. He's supposed to win. I'm not with that. I think Shakur Stevenson is big enough for that weight. He was already talking about going to 147 for Conor Benn, so no excuses on this side, man. The truth is, we have no excuses on this side. Teo fought Loma and Taylor on the front foot. Nah, man, him and Loma was pretty standoffish, and he made Josh Taylor rush him. Josh Taylor was running in there hitting the air a lot of times. You don't remember that? He tamed Josh Taylor with that jab, held his ground, but also his footwork. He was out the way. And Comey, that fight was over as soon as it started. He called Comey, what, in the first round? He fought Comey in the pocket. Boom. And him and Loma, that shit wasn't that many punches thrown. I think Loma threw, 16 punches in the first 4 or 6 rounds. He only threw like 16 punches or landed 16 punches in 4 rounds. Loma wasn't doing shit in that fight. And I was happy for Teo too. I bet on Teo on that fight. I think that was my first, I know it was my first time doing online betting on the boxing. I didn't even know how to do it. I called Mike on sports. I was like, hey, bro, how do I do this shit, man? I'm trying to bet online. And I got Teo beating Loma. And I like Loma, but I was just like, man, this guy is good. He's young. He's hungry. I don't think nobody saw that Kambosos fight happen. Jamal Harrison. What about Jamal Harrison? You lost me. Teo will be weight drained. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Teo always in shape. What you mean he's going to be weight drained at 140? He might be. He might be, because he stay in shape like he's scared he going to blow up. Like, he be in shape all the time. But that's a good thing, though. He's young. I think he's fighting in and around his weight, so I think he's gonna be good. I still think he's gonna lose, but Teo don't got no pop at 140. It stopped. The knockouts and knockdowns have stopped. He's fighting, but that's okay though. That's showing his skill set where he can make an adjustment. He can't just rely on the power. He's using his footwork. He's using his jab, his hand speed. Yeah, so he's winning though. He's winning, and he's winning fairly convincingly, like against Barbosa. And I thought Barbosa was gonna be able to catch up with him, but Teo speed was just too much for Barbosa. His footwork was too much. Somebody said Taylor was wasted. Yeah, man, Taylor wasn't the same Taylor. Taylor was off the cocaine, he was off the weed, off the liquor, off the heroin, methazine. He was on everything. They ain't make a drug he didn't like. Yeah, Taylor was on it. But who y'all got, man? Let's do a quick little prediction. Let's go to this last topic and get up out of here. Let's go through them real quick. Shakur versus Teo. Let me just get a head count. Who y'all got? Shakur versus Teo. Shakur versus Teo. Let's go. Let's see him in the chat. Zoo Gang, who you got? Jerry, who you got? Cash Out King, who you got? Al Money, what up, bro? Who you got? Brim, who you got? QT, who you got? Who need to go to 147? Teo? Maybe, maybe not, but let me know. Let's go. Let's see him in the chat. What about Jamal Harrison, though? You mean Jamel Harrison? What about him, though? Read that one. Jerry said Lopez can do both. He can have his way. When he can't have his way athletically, he does neither. Okay. I don't think he's going to have his way athletically with Shakur. I just don't see that. Cash Out King, he said, I like to see Abdullah Mason versus Shakur. Well, me too, but that ain't the fight up. And I think Abdullah Mason, well, he just got the belt at 135, right? So I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I don't think he's ready for that one, bro. I really don't think Abdullah Mason is ready for that fight. In no division. Good fighter, but Shakur is just a different level, man. Shakur is just a different level. Different monster. Been too much championship experience. Seen Abdullah Mason dig deep in fights that I didn't really think he had. I didn't think going into it he would have to dig that deep. He was able to stop a guy that was dropping him multiple times, but what happened with that? I don't know. I ain't got Abdullah Mason beating Shakur right now at 35 or 40. Just too much skill, too much experience at the championship level. And that stuff matters, man. If nothing we learned over the last couple weeks, that matters, man. Somebody said, hell no, Boo Boo was trash. Who's talking about Boo Boo? Talking about Andrade? Oh, but let me finish reading your comment, Cash. I skipped the rest of it. He said, I like to see Abdullah Mason versus Shakur. I believe Abdullah Mason can expose Shakur as a guy who can't take the heat when wingers, when it gets real. You must be using text to type. Can you take the heat when it gets real? It hasn't got real for Shakur to get too many advantages. So, man. But he fought everybody, though, in and around his division. I tell you that he didn't fight everybody because he didn't fight Loma, Teo. That's why I'm glad Teo getting up. They both getting this fight in. But nah, people don't like to fight him. But he stood in there with Zepeda, gave away his advantage with his footwork, gave away his advantage with his jab. He gave away his advantages in that Zepeda fight to make it more exciting. Which I wouldn't advise him to do if I was in Team Shakur. I'm like, nah, just fight your fight. Just win. Because when you try to fight another fight and you lose or get hurt, they're going to throw you away. Same thing with Dev. Dev, since that, it was like the Gamboa fight, the Linares fight, it was like he was trying to have a different fighter identity, and that's not you. It's not you. Somebody said I got Abdullah in that fight versus Shakur. Shit. If that fight ever get made, holler at me. I'll take your money. I'll take your bet on that. No, he need to go to 47. Who? You talking about Shakur? Shakur need to go 147. SF City Slicker. What up, my guy? Why should Shakur at 135? He's going to 140. Bro, everybody ain't gonna be a Bud Crawford type dude skipping the division. Everybody ain't gonna be. Adrian Broner skipped the division one time. Everybody ain't gonna do that. That's asking a lot. Hey, look, Boots, as much as a phenom he was at 147, said I need a tune up at 154 first. Homie had a tune up first. So it happens. You talking about Shakur need to go 147. I don't know why. Phone number at the top of the screen, though, if y'all want to call in. I'm going to wrap this up and go to the next topic real quick. I need y'all picks, though. Who y'all got? Shakur. There we go. I see the picks. 404-692-1766. 404-692-1766. Call in, voice your opinion. Put your right in the mix. Okay, Zeus said he got Shakur by stoppage. I don't think he's going to stop him. If anything, he might just be doing him dirty, and they just say leave him alone. Might be a headbutt in that fight. My bad, using this trackpad. I don't slid off the screen. My bad. Yeah, it might be. I could picture a headbutt happening in that fight because of the southpaw stance and the way T.O. leaps in with that left hook. Also, Shakur's style of defense, sometimes he'll cuff you and bring you in. You get what I'm saying? He'll cuff you. And in the process of bringing T.O. in, he might get headbutted. So don't be surprised if it's a headbutt in that fight. So in the early rounds too. Might happen in the early rounds. I hope not. Hope it's after the fourth. Okay, let me get caught up. Damn. Damn, I lost some of the comments. Some of them are gone. That's weird. What happened to it? Okay. Damn, I lost all the comments that was on the vertical line. Some of y'all on the vertical line, some of y'all on the horizontal. So you're on the vertical. I just lost some of them. Jerry, so I'm gonna pick it up from here on the horizontal comment. Jerry said, fight will be boring as hell. Stevenson has proven he will stink up the joint. You sound like Larry Merchant. I read that one already. Jerry said, T.O. fought Loma and Taylor on the, okay, I read that one. Yeah, I don't know why everybody else comments gone, but we see Jerry's. I got Shakur by a pure sleeper, either that or a draw in a dreadful faint fest. Nah, I think it's gonna be pretty unanimous. Like, I think it's gonna be a unanimous decision for Shakur Stevenson. I just got him by unanimous decision. Cash Out said, if T.O. show Shakur zero respect, he embarrasses Shakur. No, he's gonna run into a buzzsaw. and he gonna end up looking like he did at this damn that Jeff Claggett fight. He gonna be looking like he just fought Jeff Claggett. He gonna be looking like this. He gonna be looking just like this. If he respects Shakur, it's gonna be a boring ass fight because Shakur is not moving forward with you said ill intent. I think you meant with ill intent. That's not his style. And he don't have to do that to be victorious. He fights at his pace, and he brings that fight to a tortoise pace. He know how to control the timing of the clock. He can make that 3 minutes seem like an eternity for you in there. Yeah, but Zoo said no way cash out. Yeah, I'm with Zoo on this one. I don't see that cash out, King. He said I want Shakur to win by KO and look to seek and destroy, but he's just not a killer like Bud. That's not his style. It's not his style, and way too many hand problems early on. See, we don't hear about all of those hand problems with Bud neither. You having all those hand problems. Shakur Stevenson hurt his hand sparring in the with 16-ounce gloves and headgear. I mean, he hit the opponent with headgear and messed his hand up with 16-ounce gloves on. So I think that matters too. It's just your genetic makeup and all of that too. Like his hands just ain't there. He's still, yeah. So I don't know about that. But shit, he got some killer in him, man, to get in that ring. That's been doing that shit since he was a kid. That shit ain't easy to do. It's a lot of other ways to earn a living, brother. I'm just saying. UPS is higher. Jared said, or Stevenson will look like he did in the De Los Santos fight. Yeah, I think it's gonna end up looking like that. I think you're gonna tame Tio with a jab early on, and it's gonna start looking boring, and it's gonna be and new, and it's gonna be unanimous. People ain't gonna like the fight, but you can't say Chime and Jared because he just gave you that to pay the fight. He can't fight the way the fans want him to fight every fight. You're gonna end up losing, or you're gonna get hurt, and then they're gonna call you Chinny. Stevenson will look like he did in the De La Santos. Okay, I read that one. He still got it in him. Yeah, the hands do matter. I can respect that. I just feel like Zugang said, I just feel like Stevenson is going to make a statement. Yeah, I think he's going to get his hand raised. Let's go to this Janibek topic, and I'm going to get up out of here. Got to make some runs. Plus, I said I wanted to watch the other 2 episodes of this Diddy documentary on Netflix, and I'm going to do a reaction to that. So I didn't know it was a 4-part documentary, so I'm 2 down. I got to watch 2 more, and we'll see what's up. Yeah, T.O. going to have to go in there and back that shit up. And Shakur got to promote the fight and sell the fight as well, because he said when it's a big fight, remember he was talking about the Tank fight. He was like, man, when it's a big fight, I can turn up and I can really sell. Well, man, you got to do that for the little fights too. Shakur, you got to do it for the smaller fights too. And this is not as big as a Tank fight, but this is a big fight. So we need them to sell it. Let's see how you can sell it. New York, January 31st is going down in a major way. I don't think Bud is his trainer, but they working together, but Bud ain't training him. His grandfather's still going to be in his corner training him, but, you know, he worked with Bud and those guys all the time. If your hands are bad, don't fight and then have an excuse. It ain't no excuse. It's a fact, but he's a fighter still. He got hand issues, but he's still winning, and he's a champion. No different from Mayweather and other guys. Right? It just happens. I would say T.O. does show up. and show out for these type of fights. And Shakur been dying for a big fight like this, so it should be a good one. I hope so. All right, man. So Janibek popped dirty. Damn. Janibek popped dirty. And this is terrible. So Janibek is out of the Arizona Lara fight, which is going on this weekend. We do have a step-in opponent. It's going to be Gonzalez. Now look at this. Janibek out of the PE test. Lara draws fading Gonzalez. That's not his fault that he's fighting Gonzalez, but you see the headline, right? See how they word it. This is according to Boxing News 24. They the worst. Let me get up out of here. All right, so Arizona Lara is going to fight Johan Gonzalez, defending his 160 title. He was he was on standby in stats for the PED, but see what I'm saying? It's like, did they know? Or is that just being smart, keeping somebody on standby for either way? Gonzalez is coming off a win of 154-pound Jared Hurd. And that was the last man to beat Lara. These fights can be tricky with these last-minute replacements because you are not preparing for this guy. Last-minute replacements are always dangerous. Always dangerous. But, let me get out of here. What is the drug that Janibek popped dirty for? What is it? Let me see. I think it's called Maldrolone or Maldolone. Give me 1 second, neighborhood. Let me zoom in. Here we go. Meldonium. Okay. So it's been reported the banned substance meldonium is a performance-enhancing drug which can boost an athlete's endurance. It's been banned by the World Anti-Doping Agency since 2016. Janibek's A sample returned an inverse analytical finding, and the fighter has requested that the second B sample be tested. Writing on X, Janibek said he was, quote, surprised at VADA's findings. Quote, I have always supported clean sport. You know this well. I was surprised when I read the news, he said. Quote, VADA took the first test and said everything was clean. I have not made any changes to my vitamins. I don't know what happened with the second test, so I requested a retest. He fought on April 5th. That's when he defended. Okay, done. The 32-year-old has won all 17 of his fights since his debut. We don't care about that. All right, so here's the thing. What happens with this? Because we saw with Matias is still being allowed to fight. They said his was contaminated. And he's still going to be able to fight. Hold on, let me see. Let me pull this up. But he's going to be on probation. How do you get found not guilty but still on probation? That's part of the problem with this sport. Let me share the screen. Here we go. Matias on probation remains champion. WBC super lightweight champion Shakur Matias, despite a positive test for Osterring, will remain champion, but under probation. His January 10th mandatory offense against Dalton Smith will go ahead. New York doesn't have a hard stance on Osterring use. Wow. Look at this. Sabria Matias not guilty, says WBC. How you not guilty but you on probation? It was confirmed by WBC President Mauricio Suleiman that the January 10th contest for the junior welterweight titles between Sabria Matias and Dalton Smith will go ahead despite the former failing a VADA test. Osirine is a selective androgen receptor modulator, one known to boost testosterone and endurance, and was found to have been in Matias' system following the test that was conducted November the 9th. Matias will be placed on probation for 1 year and undergo further testing at his cost between now and the contest. Suleiman declared that they were confident that the positive test was a consequence of contaminated supplements. How? So how is the WBC doing this? I thought VADA was supposed to be doing this. So the sanctioning body is now determining the consequences of the supplements. This is weird. Despite the, quote, probation, he will still be permitted to fight Smith and Barclays. Quote, he is not guilty. He has not been found at any level of consuming performance-enhancing drugs, Suleiman said before adding his organization's clean boxing program required updating due to the amount of supplements on the market that contain substances that are on the WADA ban list. Okay. And the winner will be ordered to face mandatory contender Alberto Puello, who also popped dirty. Man, this shit all dirty, man. What are we talking about here? Like, that is crazy. Y'all can't tell me this shit makes sense, right? All right, let me read some of these comments, and we're going to get up out of here. Phone lines open if you want to call in before I get to the end, 446921766. And it's at the top of the screen. Where we at with it? All right. Yeah, there's a lot of people dropping dirty, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. We just gotta go along with it, huh? Yeah, if you cheat, yeah, still fight him. Crazy. All right, let me read some of these joints, man. Get up out of here. You know, I can't agree with you. Hold on, you know, I can't agree with you on that. A little, don't know what TO we gonna get. Okay, yeah. Okay, you can agree with me a little bit. Yeah, we never know. Jerry said, here's another fact. All fighters have sore hands. Oh my God. He said, I have a dog, and he's like he likes to chew his bones. Same thing. Jerry. You're the dog with the bone. You're the dog with the bone, and you won't leave it alone until it's gone. Jerry said, I got something. I just feel like arguing sometimes. Fuck it. Somebody said we don't know what TO we're gonna get, but I believe he's going to be weight drained the same way he was with George. So you think he's been at 140 too long? Might be time to move up. But if he signed the contract, get the check, go in there and lose the fight, no excuse. If he make the weight, he made the weight. Janibek is a drug treat. He is clearly not alone. Most of these fighters are dirty. Yeah, that's crazy, man. We need to know what's going on with that, though. Because some people, they throw him away right away. Then some people are like, no, we got to wait for all the evidence. We got to see what's going on. Osirine really isn't helping the fighter do anything. It's banned for a reason, though, Cash Out King. Zugane said, man, he killed the guy in the ring. Right. And he out here popping dirty. Zugane, it's a ban for a reason. That's what I'm saying, too. Zugane, he said, like, if it's banned, obviously, it does something to the system. Yeah, they ain't banning water. They ain't banning them Flintstone vitamins. Okay, they said we still here. Cash Out King, it should be 2 leagues, boxing and extreme boxing. One can take PEDs and the other you can't. Y'all niggas crazy. Y'all just want to see niggas. Y'all just want to see niggas kill each other in there. The guy we was just talking about killed the man in the ring. Yeah, Matias, yeah. Cash Out King. Tell me you wouldn't want to see an extreme boxing champion this shit about. No, man, no drugs. Just say no. Just say no. Just say no. Just say. Let me hit my vape. All right, man. It's your man, Martin Nash. Another great episode of Breaking Beats, where we break down business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and any damn thing else you and I feel like talking about. We are still the #1 hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. Like to let the jokes fly. You know why life is serious enough. Thank you for your time, your energy. Thanks for allowing me the opportunity to entertain you. Hopefully you were thoroughly entertained. And if not, we'll try again on the next episode. I'll see you on the next one. Hey, look, sometimes we're going to agree. Sometimes we're going to disagree. But never forget, man, drinks require your sleep. Goals require your effort. Go out there and get your goals. Every time you watch me do this thing right here, tap, 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 I'm enjoying my life and I'm getting out my goals. I challenge you to do the same. Sometimes we're going to agree, sometimes we're going to disagree, but one thing's for certain, 2 things for sure, homeboy. Never forget this.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
And I mean that shit. Drive, motherfucker.
Hey, it's Antonio Tarver, champion. You watching Mark Nash at Breaking Beats. I usually don't do drops, but I'm gonna give you one, bro. I'm gonna give you one. I love you, champ.
This that squad, son.
Subscribe. I don't care how many subscribers he has. Support him. So he made all this possible. He made this possible.
Not at all, Dr. Mark. God made this possible. And so did viewers like you. I see y'all on the next one. Peace.
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, goddamn.